Hi, welcome to Fin.Dot India Holdings Company. It's a financial consultancy firm as a major business, but we do enable business and provide business solutions as well. In today I'll be talking on the market updates. So the NYSE yesterday closed at 4880 points, and Nasdaq was 14,000 around, and Dow Jones was 30,000. So overall, the market, most of the market, besides the banking sector, were normal, uh, but for banking sector, as the Fed uh, has been cutting or hiking the interest rate to cut down the inflation. Uh, so uh, uh, so the 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 2-year bond, the 5-year bonds have started to give more yield than the 30-year bond rate. So there is a deep curve for the fixed income securities. Though it's seen as a sign for the recession, and it's been there in the market. The news has been in the market from quite some time now, but but uh, uh, the chances of recession happening, it's like is still in debate. Then uh, in the banking sector, since until 2022, there was COVID related stimulus released. Like, which was in trillion, 1.3 trillion dollars. So that has uh, absorbed lots of credit, like the credit reserves for the banking sector, finance sector, and hence uh, the banking sector seems to be booming. It's not said like the startup firm, like the Silicon Valley Bank firm, and the three other two S firms, like the State Bank and I think the Singapore Bank, or or uh, the other startup investment banks, uh, which went bankrupt. So besides these two, these three bankruptcies, there is minimal risk for recession and the financial crisis. Um, um, like, the market is alert, and there is definitely mood and momentum being seen, or being played out on few of the sectors. Again, the oil prices, energy sector is high. Then the uh, semiconductor, the Qualcomm and Nvidia has been making noise. Though Qualcomm stock price is half of Nvidia. Nvidia, like, is around $200. So uh, $250. So there is with the current tension, there is uh, uh, signs of the tension seen on the stock prices. though the valuation of Nvidia with uh, the the gaming is because of the gaming industry, and because of uh, the because of the noise or the usage or productivity, or the demand for the demand for the demand for the um, consumer sector, or demand for the AI chat is triggering the prices for semiconductors, and Nvidia is capitalizing on this demand very well. Then on the on the 2-year bond, which has been in which closed at around 4.48% yesterday, uh, and the 10-year or the 30-year bond, it closed at around 3.36%. So the the yield curve has inverted, but it's not seen as the sign for the recession, and uh, basically it, from the other sectors as well. There is a signal of strength, the consumer is or the market is not bearish, it's still bullish. So the market is being watched. Then other updates were related to mm, a few of the venture fund managers, such as Mark Mobus. He is optimistic about India. He is planning to invest in India and other emerging markets, since the growth rate is high, around 5-6%, which is being maintained, and this is a very positive sign for the consumer sector, for the market, and given even the latest news of BlackRock investing in Indian market. So it's a great sign that because of our young population, and um, uh, the startups trigger. There is international investors and international investment fund managers who are getting attracted to these matrices. Uh, uh, Again, there was a bit of market market discussion around the the contraction in the banking sector, but it was just for a while, the points that I touched upon. And yes, these were the most of the market updates from yesterday. The experts are optimistic more about the emerging markets, Uh, all the credit goes to the demography, the younger population, and a bit of China's housing crisis. Though there was experts statements around the old historic problem between uh, investment India's investment issues versus the China's investment issues. So, it's historically been opinion by the international investors that China is much easy policy wise and regulations wise to be invested in, because if they request a policy change, or they have a government approval, it spreads out evenly to the entire country. There isn't any issues in carrying out businesses across the entire China. But with this Indian government, there is state policies, and there is like bureaucratic problems, which is continuously highlighted, and it is same thing, when a policy is requested, it has to it doesn't it automatically applies to the entire state. It has to go through the various state approvals, and that means like a slow down of the business operations, and which means more operating expenses and less profitability. So these issues the investors again yesterday highlighted, and said, but there was positive overall marginal positive sentiment on investing in India than in China, given the demography and the trust in Modi government. Uh, I mean, and anyone can easily highlight that this is the political outplay as well. The outsiders, the outside investors, the fund managers, they see very well that the two government parties, how they contribute to the development of overall nation, be it the BJP or be it the Congress. Though the anchors highlight on the United uh, or hints on the United India movement of Congress, whereas the other parties, they or other experts, financial industry experts, they highlight on the trust of the current ruling government of India, that it has that power to surpass the state level bureaucratic problems or state level issues, and whitewash, or just let the businesses and um, other other technical ventures not get involved or trapped in the political issues. They are allowed free access to the Indian market. So overall, the sentiments were these. Again, there is national debt issues that is discussed in all the nations.